Welcome back, everyone. Today I'm going to show you the top 5 foods that will improve your eyesight. And just so you know, the last one is probably not what you're expecting. So stay tuned. But real quick before we get into the video, if you're benefiting from any of my content, please share your success story in the comments below. It really helps to inspire others, and it helps to spread the word about nutrition. And also, if you want to test your current nutrition and see exactly what areas you need to improve on, you can do that by clicking the link in the description below. All right, so let's go ahead and dive right in. The first food that you should eat if you have poor eyesight is leafy greens. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, broccoli, even collard greens. These are all very high in a pigment called lutein. Lutein is a carotenoid, which is a form of vitamin A that is great for your eyes. And the cool thing about lutein is that it actually gets concentrated in the eye. So when you consume it, the body will actually concentrate it in the eye, placing it in the macula of the retina. This is where the highest level of detail and color vision occurs. So lutein acts as a filter to protect this part of the eye from harmful blue light that can cause oxidative damage. Now, aside from protecting your eyes, lutein may actually help to prevent the progression of age-related macular degeneration. In fact, a study published in the Archives of Ophthalmology found that people who consumed more foods containing lutein and zeaxanthin were less likely to develop macular degeneration. And these beneficial effects are also seen in people with diabetes. For example, in the Barbados Nutrition Survey, researchers found that people with diabetes who ate more leafy greens had less severe diabetic retinopathy than those who ate less. So if you want to protect your eyes and prevent the progression of eye diseases, be sure to include plenty of leafy greens in your diet. The second food that you should eat if you have poor eyesight is salmon. Salmon is a fatty fish that is very high in omega-3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA. EPA and DHA are essential fatty acids that play an important role in maintaining healthy vision. They are especially important for the retina, which is the part of the eye that is responsible for forming images. A deficiency in these fatty acids can lead to dry eyes, but it can also increase the risk of developing age-related macular degeneration and glaucoma. In fact, studies have shown that people who consume more omega-3 fatty acids have a lower risk of developing macular degeneration. And the good news is that you don't need to live near water or have access to fresh salmon in order to reap these benefits. You can also take omega-3 supplements. If you're looking for a supplement, there are many different options available. I recommend getting one that contains at least 1,000 nanomoles of EPA and DHA combined. The third food that you should eat if you have poor eyesight is bell peppers. Bell peppers are a great source of vitamin C. In fact, a single red bell pepper provides over 200% of the recommended daily intake of vitamin C. Vitamin C is an antioxidant that helps to protect the eyes from oxidative damage. It also plays a role in the production of collagen, which is important for the health of the cornea and the lens. A deficiency in vitamin C has been linked to the development of cataracts and other eye diseases. But that's not all. Bell peppers are also a good source of beta-carotene, which is a precursor to vitamin A. As I mentioned earlier, vitamin A is important for vision, especially in low light conditions. In fact, a study published in the British Journal of Nutrition found that people who consumed more beta-carotene had better night vision than those who consumed less. So if you want to protect your eyes and improve your vision, be sure to include bell peppers in your diet. You can add them to salads, stir fries, or simply snack on them raw. The fourth food that you should eat if you have poor eyesight is walnuts. Walnuts are a type of polyunsaturated fat. They contain high levels of alpha-linolenic acid, which is a type of omega-3 fatty acid that is essential for maintaining good vision. Walnuts also contain a number of other nutrients that are beneficial for the eyes, including vitamin E, lutein, and zeaxanthin. A study published in the journal Nutrients found that people who consumed more walnuts had better visual function and less oxidative stress in their eyes. Another study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that eating a diet rich in walnuts could help to prevent the progression of age-related macular degeneration. And finally, walnuts are also a good source of melatonin, which is a hormone that helps to regulate sleep-wake cycles. This is important for maintaining good vision because the eyes need time to rest and recover in order to function properly. A study published in the journal Current Eye Research found that people who had higher levels of melatonin in their bodies had better night vision than those who had lower levels. So if you want to protect your eyes and improve your vision, be sure to include walnuts in your diet. You can add them to salads, oatmeal, or simply snack on them on their own. And finally, the fifth food that you should eat if you have poor eyesight is citrus fruits. Citrus fruits such as oranges, limes, and lemons are highly astringent. This means that they will help to tighten and tone the blood vessels in the eyes. This can help to reduce puffiness and inflammation in the eyes, which can improve vision. Citrus fruits are also a good source of vitamin C, as I mentioned earlier, which is another nutrient that is important for eye health. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that people who consumed more citrus fruits had a lower risk of developing cataracts. In addition, citrus fruits are also a good source of flavonoids. Flavonoids are a type of polyphenol that has been shown to have several health benefits, including improving blood flow to the eyes. A study published in the journal Investigative Ophthalmology and Visual Science found that consuming a diet rich in flavonoids could help to prevent the progression of age-related macular degeneration. Finally, citrus fruits are also a good source of vitamin D, which is important for overall eye health. A study published in the journal JAMA Ophthalmology found that people who had higher levels of vitamin D in their bodies had a lower risk of developing macular degeneration. So if you want to protect your eyes and improve your vision, be sure to include citrus fruits in your diet. You can drink them as juices or simply eat them whole. If you want to learn more about natural ways to improve eyesight, I recommend checking out my other videos on foods that improve eyesight. And remember, if you're benefiting from any of my content, it would be great to hear about your success story. So please share it in the comments below. Also, if you want to test your current nutrition and see exactly what areas you need to improve on, you can do that by clicking the link in the description below. All right, that's it for today. As always, I wish you all the best in your health, wealth, and happiness, and I'll see you all in the next video.